If we needed any justification from the scriptures about prayer and fasting, we have it there from the mouth of Jesus himself. Prayer and fasting. Today, on Sunday when we commemorate St. John Climacus, St. John of the Ladder, we are reminded that we have a ladder to climb. It's the ladder which leads from earth to heaven. Traditionally, during the Great Fast, in monasteries, the ladder is read, the Ladder of Divine Ascent. It has 39 steps, and we take the steps one at a time. We start, first of all, by looking at the ladder. That's where we've all got. We can see the ladder. It's there on the icon at the back of church, the Ladder of Divine Ascent. We all start at the bottom of the ladder by looking at it. We open our eyes and we can see it. And gradually we learn what it means to actually set foot on the ladder. I try during every Great Lent to read the ladder. Usually I get as far as looking at it. This year I haven't even got round to looking at it. No doubt many of you are in exactly the same position. Some of you may have got round to setting foot on it, I don't know. From your confessions, no, you haven't. So what do? We give up. We stick the ladder in the back room and forget about it. No. We come to God and we say to him, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. This is the most wonderful prayer in the whole of the scriptures. The prayer of the man who was desperate for his son to be healed. And Jesus said, if you believe. The man obviously believed something because he came to Jesus to ask him to heal his son. But that wonderful, long-sentence prayer that he speaks makes it possible for Jesus to heal his son. Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief. If you never say any other prayer, say that one. At the start of every day, say that one. When you start to have doubts, say that one. Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. And then we can stop looking at the ladder. And we can perhaps, from a distance, with the binoculars of our spiritual eyes, look to the top of the ladder. Heaven. Jesus welcoming us into the kingdom of heaven. But if you look at that icon, you will see other people on the steps of the ladder, climbing up the ladder towards heaven. Priests, monks, bishops, archbishops, patriarchs, some of them being dragged off the ladder by their hair, by their robes, by their legs, by their hands, by the demons, who are intent on keeping us all off the ladder. No, you're not going to ascend to be with God. Get off the ladder. You're too sinful. Of course. Of course. Since when did God have anything against sinners who try to be close to him? Jesus himself went to eat in the house of sinners. Jesus himself received repentant sinners. It's a wonderful thing to be able to say to God, I'm a sinner. We have to be honest. Yes, I'm a sinner. I listen to some confessions throughout the year, and I think to myself, you're so much better than I am. Honestly, you're so much better than I am. Not all of you. Some of you are worse than I am. But to hear somebody's confession, and don't forget the priest only hears. The priest is there as a witness as we make our confession to God. And then the priest doesn't forgive you. The priest gives God's forgiveness. God's forgiveness. The priest, if you like, is a spare part. He's there to hear, and he's there then to give God's forgiveness. He doesn't judge. Perhaps he does. Perhaps he thinks to himself, you horrible, wicked person. But we don't. We've heard it all before. And we know, I am much worse than you. So, if you haven't seen the icon of the ladder, take a good look at it at the end of the liturgy, and at least look at it so that you can say, yes, I have seen the ladder. Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.